Alright guys, Wonder Weasel back. Today we're in Elkmont in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and I am going to go and show you something, a little small cabin, the smallest cabin in the Elkmont section. And there's a little history about this little cabin that we have just recently discovered, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So come along with me for this little cabin and the history lesson about it. Okay guys, as you can see right in front of us is this little cabin. It is the smallest cabin in Elkmont, and it is called Adamless Eden. And I'm going to take you over here to it, show you the cabin, and then give you a little history lesson on it. Ooh, that's muddy. Slick. That's a little muddy slick. It's a little rainy today guys, so bear with me if there's any water drops. Very tiny little cabin guys, and as you can see this in front of it, was that a whale?
No, that was actually a goldfish pond.
Oh, okay guys, this little thing, it looks like a fire pit, or like a little,
we've all assumed was a fire pit.
That I thought it was a fire pit from other times when we've been here. For this little cabin, it was a little goldfish pond. So guys, I'm going to take you in the cabin and show you it, and then tell you the story about it. I mean, guys, I'm 5'2", and my forehead's going to hit the top of the door opening. As you can see, it's really, really low. I'd say that door frame is not more than about 4.5 feet.
If that.
Guys, I apologize for it being kind of dark in here. It had an actual working little fireplace in this little playhouse cabin, as you can see. And it also had a bathroom. If I can get into the bathroom area, you can see the little cubby for what the bathroom used to be. It had a sink and commode in here guys at one point in time. They're re-renovating all this stuff, so it has been taken out, so they'll be remodeling. Pretty neat though, little cabin. Guys, you can see that little doorway that went into the bathroom back in the cabin on the right side, that it was right-handed of the little fireplace. I'm going to show you how small that doorway is to me. I mean, as you can see, my shoulders are wider than the doorway is, and my head's hitting the top. You know, you can tell the size of this little doorway that went into the bathroom for this little cabin. I mean, it's very narrow. I would say it might be 2.5 feet wide. If that. And what, 5 feet tall?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's slightly shorter than you.
Yeah. So it's definitely a small doorway, and the doorway into the actual cabin was really small. If you can, I'll come to the doorway a bit. It's a little bigger than a bathroom, and you can tell right here. My shoulders, it's about my shoulder width, probably 2.5, 3 foot wide, and about 4 foot, about 10, 11 inches, something like that high. Because I'm 5'2", and my forehead will hit the top of the door. So, yeah, pretty small. But guys, it just show you the size from the outside of this little cabin. I'll show you an actual full-size house that's right here beside of it. You can see the house. Then come over here and you can see the cabin, then the other house that is on the other side of it. So guys, it's really, really tiny. It'd be okay for one person. So guys, I'm going to give you a history lesson next on this little cabin. Okay guys, history lesson on this little bitty cabin in Elkmont. The story of the smallest cabin in Elkmont. Many of us familiar with the Daisy Town section of Elkmont have wondered about the reasoning behind the smallest cabin. After doing a little research, I have found some answers. This tiny cabin was built as a playhouse. It was known as Adamless Eden. Much time and effort went into the cabin playhouse. It even had a working fireplace and an indoor plumbing, which was the bathroom I showed you. What many of us have assumed was a fire pit out front was in fact a goldfish pond, which I just showed you a minute ago when we came to the cabin. So guys, that's a little history on this little cabin. Like I said, it was built, I guess, since it was a playhouse for a little kid. So guys, that gives you a little history on it that I don't know if anybody or many even know about. I wanted to share that with you today here in Elkmont. Just something that we had run across and discovered here in the last week or two. I always kind of wondered what the reasoning behind this little cabin was for. But guys, I just wanted to share that. If you like the vlog, give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Ring the notification bell, get your notifications. And if you're new here, we do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. They go live. So guys, this is the Adamless Eden Playhouse Cabin in the Elkmont section of the National Park, Daisy Town, and this is Horner Weasel signing off.